Now, the stock market plunge was due mostly to an escalation in the trade war between the U.S. and China. Today, China announcing a new round of tariffs as payback for the American tariffs unveiled last week. CBS reporter Natalie Brand live at the White House to break it all down for us. Natalie?
Yeah, Alan, the market certainly responding today to China making good on its threat of countermeasures. But note that both sides have left a narrow window for continued negotiations before the higher tariffs are really felt. So the question now, can the two sides reach a deal before the economic impact of this trade war intensifies? China is striking back against the U.S. and imposing tariffs of its own. China's foreign minister announced a new round of retaliatory taxes of up to 25% on more than 5,000 U.S.-made products, totaling $60 billion starting June 1st. Some of the steepest penalties impacting beef, plants, fruits, and vegetables.
I love the position we're in. There can be some retaliation, but it can't be very, very substantial by comparison.
The U.S. raised tariffs to 25% on $200 billion worth of Chinese-made goods last Friday, a move the president says he made in response to China backtracking during ongoing trade talks.
We had a deal with China. It was 95% there. And then my representatives, they were told the things that were fully agreed to, we're not going to get anymore. They're going to unagree to them. That's not acceptable.
President Trump has also ordered the U.S. Trade Representative to begin the process of raising tariffs on an additional $300 billion worth of Chinese-made goods.
Now we're talking about essentially every single product that comes from China will have a 25% tariff. And that is going to be a big deal.
The president says he's looking at a roughly $15 billion subsidy for farmers impacted by the tariffs.
So our farmers can do well. They'll be planting, they'll be able to sell for less, and they'll make the same kind of money until such time as it's all straightened out.
President Trump says he'll meet with China's President Xi Jinping next month at the G20 summit in Japan. And the G20 takes place at the end of June. So what happens between now and then remains to be seen. But the White House tells us that China has invited the U.S. Trade Representative and Treasury Secretary to Beijing for continued negotiations. No official talks scheduled just yet. Meanwhile, California Senator Kamala Harris, weighing in on Twitter today, said this: "Make no mistake, the American people are the ones paying the price in this escalating trade war." Alan?